Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Piper Report. So, the first leaker of the White House was identified and now is being charged with a crime. This is good. This is a great start. A 25-year-old federal contractor was criminally charged Monday in connection with leaking classified information to a news organization, marking the first leak prosecution under the Trump administration. Reality Lie winner of Augusta, Georgia, was arrested over the weekend after prosecutors said she printed a copy of classified report and mailed it to an online news outlet, the Justice Department announced Monday. A criminal complaint filed in the case does not identify the outlet or describe the type of information leaked, but the details of the case appear to correspond to information included in an article published Monday afternoon by The Intercept. The article relies on an anonymously provided NSA document to detail Russian attempts to hack U.S. voting systems in the days before the 2006 presidential election. Yes, I'm sure there are many like her. There are many like her who think that they are going to be whistleblowers. Watch. She will probably be called a whistleblower now. Instead of a criminal who broke the law by trying to delegitimize Trump and, by extension, the White House, she's going to be a whistleblower for trying to show the American people and the public the type of collusion and type of corruption happening within our government, particularly in the Trump administration. Just watch. According to the Justice Department, Ms. Winner is a contractor with Pluribus International Corporation and held top secret security clearance. She began working at the government facility from which a classified document was taken in February. Wow, that wasn't really long. She must have thought she'd get away with it right away. Authorities said she printed the classified document that was taken on May 9th and later mailed it to a news organization. Leaks have plagued the Trump administration in its first few months and included everything from details about intercepted phone calls between former NSA advisor Michael Flynn and a Russian diplomat to the name of the man who detonated a suicide bomb outside of Manchester, England pop concert. Now with that, this all comes back to the whole narrative between Trump and Russia. With all the leaks that have been happening in the White House, with New York Times reporting almost every day, Washington Post, MSNBC, if Trump was really involved with the Russians, if he really colluded with the Russians and talked to them, then it's pretty much safe to say that the transcripts of his conversations or proof of the meetings with them would have come to surface. Just like they did with Michael Flynn, just like they did with Jeff Sessions, who, Jeff Sessions, by the way, was completely bogus charge because he met a Russian at a fundraiser. The main reason he went there wasn't to meet the Russian. It was happenstance. But if Trump did do anything nefarious, if Trump did do anything that is against the law and worked with the Russians, it would have been exposed by now. Trump would have been exposed by now. Documents would have been released. So all this is doing here is trying to attack Trump's cabinet to make it look like Trump himself is involved with the Russians. I still maintain that Seth Rich was a DNC leaker. I think there is more circumstantial evidence leading that way as opposed to the Russia narrative. And I think this person right here, this Miss Winner, obviously not winner today, I think that she's going to put the focus back on Russia because this document shows that Russia attempted to hack the election, which we have done the same, which every country has done, I'm sure, at least one time. They're going to make it look like, yeah, see, this is proof now that Russia was in cahoots with Trump because they tried to hack the election, which is bogus. There is yet to be any proof that Russia is responsible, but there is strong circumstantial evidence that Seth Rich is responsible. But the charges against Ms. Winner mark the first leak prosecution under the administration thus far. Exceptional law enforcement efforts allowed us quickly to identify and arrest the defendant, said Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. Releasing classified material without authorization threatens our national security and undermines the public faith in government. People who are trusted with classified information and pledge to protect it must be held accountable when they violate that obligation. Completely agree. She should be charged as many crimes as she could. Whatever you can safely charge her with should be done. She may not be convicted of all of them, and she probably will cop to a plea deal, but you have to make an example of her. Kind of like when Podesta said in the WikiLeaks emails, we have to make an example of the leaker. But you have to make an example of her because this is wrong. This is wrong. They think this is harming Trump. No, this is harming the U.S. as was the case when leaked information regarding the the Manchester police in the U.S., when that information was leaked from the White House, that made the U.S. look insufficient. That made the U.S. look incompetent. And that reflects bad on all of us. That affects us, and not just Trump. The criminal complaint filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Georgia states that investigators were able to track the leaked document back to Ms. Winter as a news outlet attempted to verify the authenticity of the information. The news outlet shared a copy of the leaked report dated May 5th with the government agency from which it has taken. The copy appeared to have a crease, which investigators believed indicated that the document had been printed and hand-carried out of a secure space. An internal audit found only 6 employees had printed the document, and only one of those employees had been in contact with the news outlet in question, the complaint states. Confronted by investigators over the weekend, authorities said Ms. Winter admitted to printing the document and providing it to a news outlet. The Associated Press reported that Ms. Winter's attorney, Titus Nichols, declined to confirm whether she is accused of leaking an NSA report received by The Intercept. He has also declined to name the federal agency for which Ms. Winter worked. My client has no criminal history, so it's not as if she has a pattern of having done anything like this before, Mr. Nichols told AP. She's a very good person. All this craziness has happened all of a sudden. Yes, maybe she has done this before, though. Just because you get caught for the first time doesn't mean that you have done it in the past successfully. It doesn't mean that she's innocent. She could have been doing this. She could have been doing this more than just this time. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me because people who leak information tend to do it for their own righteous reasons, which are most likely wrong. I mean, unless you're in a dictatorship. But if they do it once, it's more than likely they're going to do it again, or it's more likely that they have done it in the past. So it would not surprise me that more information comes out regarding her. It would not surprise me if it turns out that she, in the past, has actually done this before. But this is a good first start, a great first start, and I salute the Trump administration for doing this. They have to keep it up now. They have to stop all of these leakers, arrest them, and charge them with the most amount of crimes they can. They have to make an example of them. And I'm done.